Hey everybody, it's Alex at Motoroso.com, your dedicated auto parts marketplace. Today we're in the studio to talk about the Mishimoto Intercooler kit and expansion tank for the 2017 and up Ford F-150 with a 3.5 liter EcoBoost, which includes the Raptor. And right now we have a 2019 Raptor build project going on with tons of mods and install videos, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to see everything coming down the pike on that build. Now, one of the best ways to get more power and torque out of an engine is to keep it cool. And one of the best ways to do that is with an intercooler. So we're going to talk about how an intercooler works and why it's one of the best mods you can get for your turbo engine specifically. Now, you can shop for these parts at Motoroso.com, where you can browse that and over 1 million top name brand products sold by trusted vendors at great prices, and the shipping is always free with no minimum. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, the way an intercooler works is it sits between the turbo and the intake manifold to cool the air down. But let's look at the whole system. Fresh air comes into the vehicle through your cold air intake system and through a filter to make sure that it's clean, and then that tube runs down into the turbo where the turbine compresses the air. But the turbine is spun by exhaust gases, which means that turbo is usually very, very hot. So the compressed air coming out the other side of the turbo is much warmer than you want it to be. From there, it runs over to the intercooler where it does its job to cool the air down, making it more dense with more oxygen in it. That then compressed, cold, dense air makes its way up into the intake manifold, and the more dense air gets into the engine, the more bang it makes, and the more bang it makes, the more power and torque you're going to get. And when it comes to performance engine cooling technology, there aren't a lot of names more recognized in this industry than Mishimoto. Mishimoto specializes exclusively in engine and transmission cooling products, so we're going to dive into the technology here that lets this product perform at a better level, making it one of the must-have mods for any F-150 or Raptor EcoBoost. One of the most notable features about this Mishimoto intercooler is that it is an all-aluminum TIG welded construction versus your OEM unit, which is going to be plastic end caps mated to the aluminum core. Now, as those heat cycle, as they perform their function, that can lead to cracking, and that leads to leaks, which are boost leaks, and that's a big problem in any turbocharged engine. Additionally, the plastic end caps aren't offering any additional cooling performance, whereas this all-aluminum construction is going to be cooling that air better, but it's also never going to crack and lead to any of those boost leaks, which sap performance. Additionally, the materials that they use, the actual aluminum, is of much higher quality grade, and it's going to have much better cooling properties. Now, the aluminum end caps on each end of the intercooler also feature a larger tube diameter, which means it's much easier to get high volumes of air flowing through. Very, very important if you're going to be tuning and pushing the performance of your engine as well. You don't want your intercooler to become a bottleneck on the actual flow of air. In addition to that, once the tubes go inside the intercooler, the fins are what pulls the temperature away from the air. And Mishimoto has engineered a 163% increase in total fin surface area, as well as 77% increase in internal volume. And all that means that by the time the air gets through to the intake manifold, it is a whole 10 degrees cooler, and that is much more dense and help you make more power. Now, Mishimoto knows who their audience is. They're making these products for people who are tuning. So on their cold side pipe, they've even drilled and tapped an additional port so you can put in an air sensor so you can get more data for logging and tuning, or you could even mount an injector there for methanol if you're going to do a water methanol kit to help you develop more boost. And lastly, one of our favorite features, because we like bolt-on builds, we don't love cutting things up and fabricating all kinds of special stuff, because we know most of you don't either. This is a direct bolt-in replacement for your factory intercooler. It comes with all the tubing, all the hardware necessary to mount it all up. And of course, we're going to be doing an installation guide how-to video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel for that, and of course, we'll put a link to it in the description as well. Now let's talk about the expansion tank. If you're like us, one of the most annoying things about opening the hood of any modern car or truck is that the first thing that you see is basically a giant plastic tub holding a bunch of coolant. And it looks ugly. It doesn't look like it fits there. So if we're totally honest, this expansion tank is frankly more of a cosmetic upgrade than anything else. But it is beautiful. It's aluminum construction, it's black powder coated, it's an easy installation, and it has a little siding window on the side so you can see the coolant. But mostly what it does is dress up the engine bay to complement your brand new intercooler, which you unfortunately can't see. All right, that wraps up our product spotlight video for the Mishimoto Intercooler and expansion tank for the 2017 and up Ford F-150 with a 3.5 liter EcoBoost. We love making these videos for you guys, and we couldn't be doing any of this without you. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for the install guide, everything related to our Raptor build and all of our future upcoming builds, including the new 2020 C8 Corvette. If you want to shop for these products, go to Motoroso.com, where you can browse over 1 million top name brand products sold by trusted vendors at great prices, and the shipping is always free with no minimum. Thanks for watching.